Hey gardeners, welcome back to the Backyard Gardener. Man, what an intense weather we've been having with this intense pounding rain, this scorching heat wave that we had. And I want to show you in this very short video the secrets that I use to make my plants healthy and strong to withstand some of this crazy weather. My plants are not just surviving, they're actually thriving, and my garden's looking really good and strong. So I want to show you what's working for me right now, what I did to prep my plants to withstand this weather, and it will work for you. So let's go ahead and let's grow. So these beautiful flowers actually withstand a lot of the heat. A lot of them like the heat, but they don't like intense rain because these are wildflowers. So they're actually made to withstand somewhat drought conditions, but they did get hit. They're looking really bad. They were nice and full before, but look at these pretty colors. It's unbelievable how pretty these colors are. Look at these colors. It's like so gorgeous. And then this one here is going to be a nice, beautiful, like this one here is going to be a nice, beautiful blue, like violet blue. You know, that nice little pink color and the whites. Just amazing. I think it's amazing how God created all these different colors and stuff like that, but they are so beautiful. I just love looking at these. I put these wildflowers here, so when we look out our kitchen window, this is what we see. And then even look at this beautiful sunflower just sitting here, just loving the sun. Most likely he's going to be eaten by a bird or something. He's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this one's about to just pop open too. Be a nice, beautiful sunflower. I did make a video about these wildflowers. It's like one of my first videos I made on this channel out of this ugly box. And I was telling you guys that it's going to be popping with some beautiful colors. And they were actually gorgeous. Very beautiful colors. And a lot of them, honestly, I put them out here so we could look at them. But I also put them out here so the birds could eat them. I love when you come out here and you just see the yellow finches out here or the hummingbirds out here just eating away. I love it. Look at these two. It almost looks fake. Yeah, beautiful. There's a fly on that one. I don't know why. Get out of here. But anyway, these are beautiful. Look at this. Look at how big this is going to pop open and be really beautiful. Oh man. Almost, like I said, almost looks like it's fake. Even this little one down here is like a dark orange. Can't really see it. I wish the camera would be. I had to get a better camera someday. But look at these colors. This purple. This was a once white and blue. But look at the blue here. Unbelievable. I love this. You could actually like take these and cut them and make a beautiful like bouquet. You put these flowers here with a couple of these guys here, and then you just add in. I have some more up front, and I have like tiger lilies and stuff like that. And then like even you grab like a hand. Let me get around here. Get a handful of these together, just make a nice beautiful bouquet. It's so amazing. That's why I always say grow wildflowers, because you get the element of the beauty to look out your window. And then you also get, you know, like I said, you could go to someone's house and bring a nice bouquet and just throw it right on the table, and they're so impressed. You know, usually this is what it looks like after the heat. It did survive really well, but it looks really bad right now because I do have my dog, one of the predators right here. This is Chipmunk, aka Quicksilver. Nice little rooster here, just jumping in and out of here. But I also have rabbits. They like to nest. So if you notice, I'm going to show you in here. It's all matted down because of the animals that come in here and nest, which is fine. Whatever. It's part of the garden. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the section of some of the flowers. Actually, let me skip over to here and let me just show you. Look at this nice white Italian sunflower. Beautiful. It almost looks like it's not even real. It's like a picture. This one's so beautiful. It's kind of pressed because of fence. But man, look how beautiful these are. And this is going to be a beauty. Look at all these heads on here. Holy smokes. This one was actually bitten off by a squirrel chew the top off and look at what we got in return. You can see in the middle here where it was bitten off, but look at the return. And this right here, this is actually some of the cucumbers. Man, these look really good. So let's just hop over here into the cucumber section. But look at this. Look at these trendles. Remember in the video just a couple days ago, we were planting these. Now look how tall they are. They're, I would say, about a little more than 4 foot tall. Look at that nice, beautiful. That's a, oh, let me see if I get a little focus in there. That's a pickling cucumber. That's going to be a beautiful thing. But look at this little trendle, kind of tendril. I never could say it right. It's looking for somewhere to climb, and I use this nylon trellis. I got it. It was like $16, I think, for this huge amount. And I did, like, if you go and watch the cucumber, I have 3 trellises set up, and it covered them all. And I have actually extra. And let's look down here. Look at these guys here. These are the Katrinas. I get this fence. I can't get in here because I made it for the rabbits. I can't even get my own hand in here. But anyway, look at this little baby. Oops, sorry with the camera. This little baby Katrina. Those are the snacking ones. These are delicious. These are so good. And I think I see some mix in here. This one here is a pickling cucumber. But this is what it looks like when it's starting off right there. Yeah, this is so exciting. So yeah, if you notice, I have my drip line system. If you could see that brown piping right in there, that's actually, oh look, there's a cucumber right next to it. That's actually how I'm watering my plant. If you notice, one of the big tricks that I used was putting this straw down. I didn't use hay, because hay, there's a lot of seeds in hay, and then next thing you know, it looks like a hay field. So straw is just a little bit better, but straw could give you some seeds too, where you could get some crazy looking grass coming up, which turns into straw. So let's get back to this trellis here. So actually, even like right down here, I put on, like, you can see this brown going across. That's the drip line, and there's an emitter every 12 inches. So I'll put a plant on each emitter, and that's where it gets its water. This straw will hold down the moisture, and when this intense heat comes, there's no way for it to dry out because it's nice and moist. But at the same time, when it rains, it doesn't puddle up. It actually, it will go into the ground. It filters very good. It's like a very good filter, like a coffee filter. You know, a coffee filter doesn't catch all the coffee. It filters it through, and that's its job. But anyway, when I wanted to show you, when I put together this system myself, I put a little cap on the end of there so I could always add to it and go into another bed. Well, actually, you can't even see it. There is a line that goes this way and goes straight across this way. My little bird feeder. It's empty. I got to feed the birds. They're yelling at me. But anyway, this is a great investment. I got it from some guy. He builds these little things for $12. Some old retired guy, and put it on a pole. Man, what a beautiful feeder it's been. Anyway, I put it underground, and it's a little pipe that comes through right into that section there. You could actually see the black part of the pipe to the left. That's the main line coming in and splitting off with a drip emitter. So I highly recommend getting a drip system because of the fact that it just waters your plants so much better than just spraying over the top. Man, look at this chamomile. It's so beautiful. Let me do like a little swoop video here. Man, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Blown in the wind. I just want to make a quick video for you, but at the same time, I want to show you my backyard and how it survived. Look at these zucchini. They look really good. And that is a characteristic of that plant. That's actually not the mildew. Some plants do that, like the Romanescas, and I think it's the custard squash. And I was just actually looking here before. I have one that's huge. It's like, I gotta pick this thing. This thing's over. I would say there's about, you can't see on the camera, it's about 14-inch zucchini. I'm gonna pick that tonight, and we're gonna cook that. I'm gonna grill tonight. I'm making hamburgers, and that's going on with it. Anyway, so this is, look at this, the way this is thriving. Coming out here, just stretching. I think this one is actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's either, I don't know what it is. It was a volunteer. It kind of just got added in. And I think it's either pumpkin or watermelon. To me, this looks like a watermelon. You see that right there? I think that's a watermelon. I think it's just funny how it just got added in there. I get a lot of volunteers, but that just shows you having a strong compost, you're going to have good germination no matter what seed you put down, which includes weeds. But if you just stay on, if you mulch everything, look at this chamomile. Beautiful. I know it looks like ghetto around my garden here. I have to do that because the chickens will get in here. You know, so it looks like I just threw stuff all over the place, but I just do that so the actual chickens can't get in here because they will come through and just help themselves. There's all zucchini. Look at that. Oh, we had a golden zucchini coming up. I got some more over here. So basically the trick is here is watering it properly, not spraying the tops, because if you have this intense heat and you get all these leaves wet, it just adds just a chance for it just to start rotting and making all kinds of problems with your leaves. And then next thing you know, you get, when these plants get weak, the bugs start coming over and say, hey, let's attack. And also when it rains, it doesn't, like, it splatters all over the place. So that's why the drip system is underneath and doesn't splash everywhere. So that's another thing about watering it incorrectly. You could splash water all over the place. All right, so I'm gonna move over to the tomatoes. Actually, you know what? Before we go over there, since we're having such a good time, we just show you those other cucumbers here. These are the Soyo longs. They take a little longer to grow, but look at, let me see, let me get in here. Get up close and personal with this thing here. Look at that baby right there. See how they're funny looking? And they're spiky and long, but man, here's another one right there. They are so good. And they do take a little longer. And so this is like a small little garden tour. But if you notice all the drip lines basically going across this way, there's another drip line there. Very successful. Look at, there's hardly any weeds with all that rain and heat. There's hardly any weeds. And then the zinnias are looking really, really good. Just beautiful. Look at that. I got those from Hoss Tools. The binary or whatever it's supposed to be. I forget. And then this is another garden. This is another video I did. Nice little chipmunk hole there. This is the one I had the different lettuces and stuff like that, carrots and the beets. The beets are still cooking. These are actually looking really, really nice. These beets, they're going to be ready to pick soon. They're nice and big. They're like, and these, the way they grow, these drip lines, I had to kind of move them around. But the drip lines actually soak up enough of the soil that it actually reaches all the plants. And actually threw some watermelon plants in there. Those are really doing good. I'm a little behind on the watermelon plants, but I'm not really worried about it because they always turn out excellent. Here's another watermelon plant right there. And this is just like a little mini raised bed. It's not, and I also have a kind of a PVC half round over it where I could put a shade cloth over it, or even in February, March, I grow lettuce and cilantro in here, and I put a piece of plastic over the top. And man, by the time April comes, May, oh, it's like the things are, it looked like a beautiful, beautiful garden because I had the plastic over top of it. And these are some of the carrots that are left. These carrots are probably just about ready to be picked. I don't want to pick them yet because I want them to grow a little bit longer. But if you go to some of my previous videos, you would see the carrot video. But some of the lettuces and stuff like that, my chickens already took care of. There's not much of the lettuce. So here's some more zinnias. And then, so another part of the trick is basically or you want to call it a hack. Wow, look at that color here. Beautiful. Hold on, let me get some close-ups of these. So beautiful. And then these are ready to burst. Another one there, another one there. Look at this orange right there. That's really beautiful. Even this color, I like this salmon color. I think the salmon color is really pretty. And then you see over here hiding. Look at that. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at these little, they're like a blonde, I forget the name of them, but it's like a blondie peach color. And then look at all these. Look how healthy these are. These are just so healthy, and they're all fertilized. And look at these pepper plants. Let me go ahead and hop in here. This is garden. It's not as easy as it looks to hop into the garden, especially when it's in full swing like right now. All right, give me one sec. Ugh. Sorry about the camera going over the place. All right, so now we're in the garden. I just want to show you some of these beautiful pepper plants. Look at these peppers. These things are, look at cubanelles. These are gorgeous, unbelievable. Yeah, like, I just want to hop over here and show you this. Look at that sunflower. That's so good looking. Little mini bell peppers here. These bell peppers will be ready to go before you know it. It'll be popping everywhere. What do we got here? Oh, look at that. Another bell pepper. That's actually really nice looking. Another one up top right here. All right, what else we got? Ooh, poblanos. Look at these babies. Poblanos, nice and shiny. They always have that nice shine. These are excellent in salsa. Oh, look at this. This is my Jimmy Nardellas. Look at this. Look. This is touching the ground. It's so long. Holy smokes. Look at that. Look how long this thing is. I leave them on there a little longer so they get red. But they are delish. Another Cupidnell. Oh, that's the same one I showed you before. These are so nice. I guess I did put a jalapeno in here. Huh, interesting. Another Cupidnell. But if you notice, they're all, once again, right on this drip line right here. So it's been kind of a trick. I love these little bouquets. These little bouquets are pretty. They're unbelievable pretty. They're like miniature flowers. They're so nice. That bug just loving it. It's like a mini bee or something. Oh, wow. Look at these tomatoes. Haha. These tomatoes are really good. I had to put a cage around there. I don't really like putting cages because I think they're kind of like, they just don't work for me because they don't get big enough. But these are looking so healthy. Look at that. All these little fruit flowers ready to go. Look at these guys here. Holy smokes. I think these are Rutgers. Look at this cucumber thing here. Just gotta help it find its way. Ugh. Sometimes you gotta train these up to kind of go the right way. So what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna go like that and just kind of help it, and that will make it so it will start going onto there. All right. I'll have to look back at my other video, see what I planted. But this one's actually falling over. It's so big. This is Barrage. Barrage is a beautiful flower. It's this beautiful violet flower here. It gets so pretty. All these little flowers, actually you can see on this plant right here a little bit better. They're about to bloom. There's a whole bunch of buds ready to bloom. And I plant the Barrage in there, and that's just to kind of keep, oh, there's the bees. For the pollinators, I was about to say for the pollinators, and it also keeps some of the bad bugs away. So if that Barrage is actually, it's actually pink too. I thought it was only purple. Wow, interesting. This video is a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but hey, and this is my New Jersey trellis for this tomato system. This right here, it's working out really well. Look at all these plum tomatoes. All these plum tomatoes are looking really good. Soon I'm going to have a whole bunch of them just popping everywhere. Look at that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little garden tour of everything that's going on here, because it's like everything's like, I do watch some other videos and people's gardens are burning up and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, part of the trick is fertilizing with a slow release fertilizer. And these are the Hoss tomatoes. These are actually really big. They're gonna get big and bushy. So what you want to do is fertilize with a slow release fertilizer that's going to keep going. It's not going to be just like one big blast. Look at all those tomatoes. I can't get over this trellis to show you these tomatoes. If I could just zoom in though. They're looking really good. Sorry about this camera work. Just kind of decided to jump in here real quick and show you this stuff. All right, I'm going to go over to the cherry tomatoes real quick and show you those. All right, so this is another raised bed I have here. And these are all my golden beets, which are actually looking beautiful. They're like really nice and big. I kind of put them in an area that's not super sunny. It's moderate sun, just because they don't super like the heat. And then here's another squash plant that's going to be looking really good soon. Get some flowers in there. There's another. These are the the Romanescus. It's looking really nice here. And once again, I have my irrigation system pumping out water consistently. All right, so let me just show you some of these cherry tomatoes. Nice basil plant popping up. Man, every time you touch it, it smells so good. But yeah, here is some of the cherry tomatoes. I realize it's not really easy to grasp the aspect of how beautiful these are and how healthy they are. But if you notice, I did a lot of pruning with these indeterminate tomatoes and just kind of cut the bottom. There's like a lot of air through the bottom and sunlight, you know, to get to these guys here. Yeah, look at those beautiful tomatoes. Once again, I have my little beautiful chipmunk friends over here. They like to eat all the tomatoes, but look at these are all the sun gold cherries. There's tons of them. They're all over the place. Here's one that's getting there. It's about right. A couple here. These are really, really pretty. Companioned with a nice basil plant. And nice, look at these marigolds. I don't know what people think about marigolds, but I think they actually smell really good. This is a buttercup, and this is a tangerine. I got that from M.I. Gardner, the tangerine. And I think I got this one here from Baker's Creek. Yeah, that was Baker's Creek, the buttercups. And that's just regular orange marigolds. And these are so pretty. They're almost like little mini sunflowers. And then on this side over here is another bed with some more basil doing real well. And these are my super sweet 100s. But look at these babies in here. Look at those. Wow, those actually look really good. They're almost ripe, almost ready to go. They are looking good. And same thing here. I went through and you notice the bottoms, they don't look wild. They did look wild, but went through and pruned them all. Make sure there's good sunlight getting to the bottom, because that's a trick too. You want sunlight getting to the bottom of the plant too, so it doesn't start to rot out down in this area here, and then the bugs start coming in. But look at these guys here. They are so pretty. They're looking really good. I got a couple more back here. Look at that. Those are those clips that I was talking about, the tomato clip, the clamps right there. And what I just use like a piece of steak. This is just a piece of vinyl. Someone was throwing it out, so I took it and drilled a hole and strung it up right to the top and just tied it onto a 2x4. And the 2x4 is just shaped like a U. And in my other video I did with cherry tomatoes, you'll see more about that. Oh, look at these. I gotta cut the tops of these. He's starting to flower. So, but yeah, wow, look at that. So good looking. These are just about ready to be picked. So many on this plant. But anyway, I think that does it. That wraps it up for the garden tour. I mean, got the watermelons, I got the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the zucchini, the squash. I got some of the carrots, but you can't really see too much of it. Let me see, what else do we have? Anyway, everything's looking really good. And I am just very happy. And I can't wait to start harvesting more stuff. I already got a lot of peppers, so got tons of peppers. So the last but not least is the peppers. The peppers, oh, look at that beautiful little zinnia there. I planted a couple of these with the peppers. Here's another one there. Anyway, these are the peppers that I planted in these pots, if you remember. And what I did was, there was some soil in there. I put compost, the compost that is homemade. And then I put in some fertilizer. And then after that, I put a little bit more compost in. And then I topped it off with some of the Happy Frog soil. Man, these plants look amazing. Look at the color on these plants. Nice, rich, dark, beautiful plant. Wow, here's another zinnia. I didn't even notice that. But look at the coloring on this. You don't see any purple or any like light colors. And let's look at some of the fruit. Man, oh man, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that cubanelle. That is amazing. No, excuse me, that's a poblano. This is a cubanelle right here. These are the ones that I really like inside of a Greek salad. Now imagine just taking this, chopping this up into little discs, like little round rings, and then throwing that in the Greek salad. Oh, it's amazing. And then banana peppers. Wow, look at beautiful. Look at all the banana peppers in there. And this is the other one there. Look at all the banana peppers in there. Wow, this is doing good. This one here is still working. Most likely this is probably a bell pepper. Bell pepper seem to always take a little longer. There's another banana. I plant a lot of the bananas because I get a lot of people that request banana peppers. This one here is actually a habanero. I do plant usually all my plants inside of the red pots that are hot, but I just ran out of red pots, so I used it for something else. But I have another habanero there. And habaneros aren't easy to grow, but they look excellent. And look at this. This is a nice jalapeno. Looking really good. All the jalapenos in there. Look at this one here. It's just loaded. I had to pick these. If we know these are going to start turning red and be red chilies. Look at these habaneros. Wow. These things look so good. This is going to turn red or orange. Oh, man. These are going to be beauties. Better go wash my hands after touching them. We're going to have these bananas again. Look how big this one is. This one's absolutely huge. Look at it compared to my hand. It's like as long as my arm. Man, I guess I planted a lot of banana peppers. I'm going to can them this year. Usually, I always say I'm going to can them, but I don't always get around to canning them. Some more. And then this right here, this is a celebrity tomato. If you notice, I put this straw in here, and look at the soil, so nice and moist. It looks really good. I did put a cage around it because I forgot that I didn't plant any celebrities. And I got these from Hoss. Hoss has really good tomatoes, Hoss Tools. And this celebrities, like those caprese tomatoes, they're absolutely delicious. So, all right, here we are. We're at the end, and I just want to thank you for hanging in there with me. I had a great time making this video for you and just showing you step-by-step different ideas or what's growing in my garden and how I do it, just to show you how to grow your own food. And it's just amazing. Please take advantage of growing your own food. It's just a wonderful thing to be able to do. and share this video with your friend that is asking questions about gardens. And you know, like I said, I try to show, you know, the basics and step by step. So hope you learned something new. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Let's keep growing.